Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
Before the billions, the mansions, and the crown, LeBron James was just a kid trying to survive. Luxury, power, legacy. This isn't just basketball success. It's the blueprint of how LeBron James built an empire beyond sports itself. And this is where the story actually begins to count. LeBron James, born in Akron, Ohio in 1984, grew up in a place that rarely gave second chances or favors. For him, there was neither a silver spoon nor a safety net below. Gloria James, just a single mother, was desperately trying to keep things together as the ground continued to change under them. They moved constantly. Different apartments, different neighborhoods, different schools. Stability wasn't guaranteed. It was a luxury they didn't have. And when you grow up like that, you either fold under the pressure or you learn how to stand your ground early. LeBron learned fast. Street courts became classrooms. Every game felt personal. Every possession felt like something to prove. People love talking about natural talent, but what often gets missed is how struggle sharpens hunger. LeBron wasn't playing for highlights back then. He was playing for respect, for survival, for the idea that maybe this game could become a way out, not just for him, but for his mom too. Then came the pressure, the labels, the chosen one. Imagine being a teenager with the entire basketball world staring at you, expecting greatness before you've even lived. For a lot of players, that kind of weight breaks them. For LeBron, it built discipline, it hardened focus, it taught him how to carry expectations without dropping himself. And it's at this moment that LeBron stopped being just a young man from Akron and began rising into legend. King James did not come from nothing. It came from total power on the court, carrying entire teams on his back, and altering what people thought was possible in basketball. Expected first overall in 2003, the expectations were enormous, yet he smashed them. 4 NBA titles, 4 MVP accolades, 20 All-Star appearances, each one a milestone, but more than numbers, they represent a long life. Consistent ability, endurance, and LeBron are the epitome of these. He is not a flash in the pan, and in 2024, the oldest active league star keeps going, proving that greatness evolves rather than vanishes. Then there is the historical aspect of his path, performing alongside his son, Bronny, sharing the court for the first time in NBA history where father and son. Consider the weight, the pressure, the spotlight. Nevertheless, LeBron carried it all with the same quiet expertise that has marked his career. Longevity beyond hype. He never cracked under pressure, and every time he hits the ground, he is redefining greatness. But basketball was just the start. LeBron quickly came to see that dominating the court wasn't enough. He desired ownership, control, and a legacy that outlasted any game. Early on, the change in perspective arrived, not chasing notoriety, but rather establishing influence. Gradually learning the business side of everything, investments, media, sponsorships, and sports teams, he surrounded himself with the most intelligent advisors and sharpest strategists. This is where the comparison to Alcaraz's story becomes clear. Long-term vision instead of showy short-term successes, legacy above applause, respect over noise. LeBron wanted to rule the home, not only to be well known. Each choice, every relationship, every company's stake was a deliberate move toward an empire. Fame came from basketball. However, vision gave him influence and the capacity to transform highlights into long-term financial success and power.
James bought the 6-bed, 8-bath house in 2015 for about $21 million. He's selling it for a little less than that. And Lakers fans, don't worry, he's not leaving town. LeBron owns a $36 million mansion in Beverly Hills.
And now, let's step off the court and into the places that show just how far LeBron's come. His Akron mansion was the first big statement, a $2.2 million property that's now worth over $9.2 million. And this wasn't your typical house. Inside, there's a full bowling alley, a movie theater, a barbershop, and even a custom aquarium. For a kid who grew up moving between apartments, this was more than a home. It was proof that hard work pays off in tangible, jaw-dropping ways. Then came Los Angeles, where LeBron went big. He first bought a $21 million Brentwood home, later selling it at a $1.6 million loss. A drop that might make most people flinch, but not him. His current $23 million Brentwood mansion is a true masterpiece, blending elegance with privacy and complete control over his environment.
LeBron James once owned a luxury home in Miami, Florida. The home was built in 2015.
Miami also got a piece of the King's empire. His waterfront mansion, purchased for $9 million during his Heat years, was later sold for $13.4 million. Complete with an infinity pool, yacht dock, and sprawling outdoor spaces, it's the kind of home that looks like it was plucked from a music video. And then there's the Beverly Hills compound, a 13,000 square foot palace that LeBron reportedly plans to demolish and rebuild from scratch. Because why settle for someone else's design when you're building your own legacy? Every property tells the same story. Luxury without insecurity, mastery of the environment, and an unspoken confidence. These homes aren't just spaces to live, they're extensions of the empire LeBron has built.
Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com.
LeBron's wrist game is just as intentional as his real estate. The Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger sits at around $300,000. The Patek Philippe Nautilus, a jaw-dropping $670,000. And his Richard Mille RM 103 pushes close to $550,000. But here's the thing, it's not about showing off. Every watch, every designer piece is a statement of identity, not validation. He wears luxury like a quiet signature, subtle, controlled, and precise, much like his career itself. The clothes, the accessories, the watches, they all signal the same thing. LeBron James is operating at a level where excellence isn't optional, and every detail reflects the empire he's built. Wait, LeBron shows you what he has in his garage and above his head if the mansions and watches seem insane to you. The Porsche 918 Spyder, a hybrid supercar costing $1.5 million, comes first. There are only 918 of them. Of course, King James owns one. They are rare, stylish, and speedy. Then, the Rolls-Royce Phantom, approximately $460,000, is a vehicle more like a first-class lounge than a car. Quiet, seamless, commanding, exactly like LeBron himself. Then there is the Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, a further $460,000 monster, all flash and muscle. According to legend, he even modified one to suit a pair of his distinctive shoes. Yes, you read it correctly. When you're LeBron, your car might match your shoes. Should the route be inadequate, LeBron flies to the heavens using his $22 million Gulfstream G280 personal jet. A range of 3,600 miles combines freedom, effectiveness, and luxury. It has 10 seats and decor that would shame most apartments. LeBron's strength is time, therefore every saved second advances his imperial building plan.
He was actually listed as probable, and then they officially made him available.
LeBron's dominance doesn't stop on the court. Off it, he's a master of turning fame into fortune. Let's start with stakes in some of the biggest names in global sports. Liverpool FC, the Boston Red Sox, and AC Milan. These aren't vanity purchases, they're calculated moves in billion-dollar ecosystems. As these teams' valuations rise, so does LeBron's influence and wealth, positioning him as a serious player in the sports world beyond basketball. Then there's beats by Dr. LeBron was an early investor, and when Apple bought the company, he reportedly walked away with $30 million. Not a bad return on an idea he believed in early, but he didn't stop there. McDonald's once offered him a $15 million endorsement deal, but LeBron said no. Instead, he invested in Blaze Pizza, a move that exploded in popularity and gave him a stake that grew far beyond that initial offer. And perhaps his boldest move yet, Spring Hill Company, LeBron's very own entertainment and media brand valued at $725 million, gives him control over the narrative, the platform, and the profits. It's about owning, not renting. From basketball courts to boardrooms, LeBron has turned his influence into a self-sustaining empire. Fame gave him access, but strategy gave him power. And this is just one side of the story of how King James built his billion-dollar legacy.
What can you tell us about Nike and LeBron James?
So Nike has just put out a statement. They are signing a lifetime deal, not a career deal, a lifetime deal with LeBron. We've never, ever seen this before. I'm just going to share a bit from the statement. We can confirm that we have agreed to a lifetime relationship with LeBron James that provides significant value to our business and shareholders.
Leading life on the grandest stage, not just playing basketball, is LeBron James. His net worth is above $1.2 billion as of 2024. His compensation for the 2023 to 2024 NBA season is $47.6 million. From endorsements alone, that lifetime Nike deal creates $60 million yearly. But here's the twist. LeBron is doing it not only for appearances. Every dollar has a goal. Every investment is prepared. He approaches things like a CEO rather than just an athlete. For him, riches are about building something lasting, something that sustains his family for decades rather than flashing cars or momentary delights. Courtroom discipline matches boardroom discipline, and here is the element that really distinguishes LeBron from practically every other celebrity: the mentality. Discipline drives him, his ego does not. Every practice, every movie session, every lift, every recovery session is planned. He regards his brain as a weapon and his body like a machine. Standard, concentration, planning. These are survival instruments enabling him to rule for decades when others fade, not buzzwords. Also essential is privacy. Though he has wealth and fame, LeBron largely keeps his private life under the radar. No needless commotion, no dramatic headlines. While the globe observes, he manages what they view. This is a person creating legacy above fame, effect over acclaim. Each action, every choice, serves something beyond oneself. From street courts to multi-billion-dollar boardrooms, LeBron is building a narrative that will endure long after the last buzzer. From Akron to Los Angeles, he is chasing greatness that transcends athletics rather than notoriety. So what would you do if you were LeBron for just one day? Would you indulge in luxury or focus on building a legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe. I've got even more jaw-dropping stories coming your way.